Hey everybody, it's TR, and Average Joe had a pop-up video yesterday, and I hopped on there, and he brought up about my studio that I do my videos at, and I think I kind of showed it a little bit before, but anyhow, this is going to be a there's going to be a little tour of Studio A and Studio B here, where the Wicked Fester YouTube videos are made. So basically, my wife and I, our children are grown out of the house. They're adult children, late 30s, early 40s. And so the house is mine. My wife's had some issues, some joint replacements, and broke her leg really bad last, well, it's been just about a year. It was beginning of last June. So she doesn't go up and downstairs real well. So the upstairs is mine. It's a 1.5-story farmhouse, which if you're wondering what a 1.5-story is, that means the ceilings do this little angle thing here. You'll see I back up too far, I will hit my head. But it works out good because that's where I keep the guitars. So, with no further ado, let me take you on a tour of Get the Light Good. Want to get the light good? Wicked Fester Studios A and B. Coming up the stairs, we take a right turn, we go to Studio B. Ever watch Puppet Master? That scary movie with the dolls coming to life? Does that look like the Leech Woman or what? I don't know. It's my wife's porcelain dolls that are in that cabinet. So, into Studio B, which is kind of also my hobby room. I'm into the Ghostbusters a little bit. And my flight suits. Got a thrower there. I got another one of those throwers on the box still. Brand new. A little Slimer. Ecto is a Bluetooth speaker. And my little mini Marshall over here right now. And over this corner, yes, I like the Christmas Story leg lamp. Jim Carrey the Mask. A little 12-string acoustic there. There's another light that I light up to backlight me so I don't get shadows when I do the videos. Generally, I put a chair in this corner. And some more the speaker for the little mini Marshall and my 50-watt Katana. And oh yeah, those, a lot of work went into those. We ain't afraid of no ghosts here. Anyhow, this is where I do my videos. Around here I have my my laptop hooked up to this flat screen TV. It makes an excellent monitor. I have these are my studio monitors. Nice flat response for mixing when I run Reaper. I have a Mackie mixer over here that I use because it's got phantom power, and I run into this iRig 2, and I can plug that mixer straight into my iPhone with that. Isn't that great? And I also have the Headrush as monitoring because I do a lot of my guitar sound with this gadget down here. So the headphone cable goes out to record, and the main out goes to monitor. And I have my Fireflies over here because I mostly bought those for looking at, although it turns out they're fun to play. But they're over here for inspiration so that I've got cool guitars in here with me. So that's Studio B, where I record most of my videos. And across the hall is Studio A. Used to be 2 bedrooms. We took the wall out. So let's start with Closet 1. Closet 1, isn't this a lot of fun? A lot of junk up there. Some of these cases have guitars in them. Probably about half of these have guitars in them. The other half are just there for guitars that are out here. I really need to work with my keyboards a little more. Oh, check this out. You're gonna like this. My wife made me these covers for these. That is a full-blown analog, yes, analog, it's not digital, analog synthesizer, old school. I had a kick a few years back where I was really into Devo all of a sudden. And then I have, let's pull that off there. I have my Yamaha keys and my old Casio keys. So I've got keys. And then some more gig bags back there in the corner. Some passive custom PA speakers, a little orange practice amp. There's the big monster. I don't know if you saw my video about the Firefly pickups, if they'd squeal or not. We had 119.8 decibels coming out of that thing. I had air protection on, believe you me. Old passive PVPA speaker. Boss Katana head, which is what I run into that 412 when I usually play up here. It sounds fabulous with it. These aren't mine. I won't take credit. They're my son's. He's got a lot more. He moved out a few years back. He's got a small house, and I wish he'd take the rest with him. But anyways, this is what's lingering. There's my massive Fender Rumble bass amp, but it works. It makes a good sound. A couple of my PA on sticks. New air conditioner. Some more PA monitoring. And over here, my Kramer's. And of course on the wall, this is kind of the wall of Stratocaster, although we got an EVH down there at the end, the old Bumblebee, right? This is my main playthrough up here though when I practice. I play with backing tracks. One thing I want is this NUX MG30. It's a poor man's head rush. They were $300 all day long. They went up to $330, thank you, tariffs. But it sounds amazing. I run that through a short cord out to a direct box, and then run a LOSI XLR cable, low impedance cable, out to the mixing board. There's my little stand. I have my Chromebook on that I play my backing tracks through. Industry standard Shure SM58 microphone. This, believe you not, or believe me not, whatever, was purchased back around 1990 from Northern Music and Video off of Alex Vangelo in Potsdam. Still works great because it's a PV. I run those big passive 15s off of it to get a little thump in my sound. Another monitor, another pair of powered 10s on sticks. And then we come over here and we have this Yamaha mixer that absolutely sounds wonderful. It's got compression on the mic channels, and it's got sweepable mids, and it's got all kinds of monitor lines outs, and it's everything you could want in a mixer. It's got effects built in. And then the mini version of it, if I need to go small and portable, is this one. Both are USB connected, by the way. Down here on the floor, I have my custom sub to get the thump. And then to get more low end, like I said, I have these 15s hooked up. There's the Roadrunner pedal board in the bag. And probably quality-wise, the best amp I own. Somebody's trying to call me while I'm doing a video. That is rude. Probably the best amp I own quality-wise, my Marshall DSL-20 with the matching vertical 212. It rocks, it really does. And then I have some guitar racks here. Here's all my Epiphone Les Pauls, and there's an SG over there. And right, well, let's go left to right, that's how we read. There's the Jackson Denki, and then there's the Inspired by Gibson SG. Then there is the Inspired by Gibson Custom Shop 59 Les Paul. That's got the total Gibson electronics and the long neck tenon and all the 9 yards. Then I have my classic Epiphone Inspired by Gibson, my custom Inspired by Gibson, and then this one's a little bit older, but it's Prophecy. And again, like the 59, it has Gibson pickups in it because that's how they come. And back here, got some Ibanez's. One of those cases back in that closet has an Ibanez S model. And then just various other guitars on this rack here. And we'll come across to this closet, which also has a mess back there. A little bit more organized on this shelf. A lot more organized back here. In these cases, I can tell you that Jackson case in the corner goes to my Rhodes V, so that's empty. And one of the other black cases, second from the left, is empty. That goes to that Epiphone Prophecy. The other 5 cases have Gibson guitars in them of various models, 4 Les Pauls and an SG. And coming around here, I really like that I put the green pickup in this. I think that just looks dead sexy. Which, by the way, that green pickup is a DiMarzio Super Distortion. Not to be sneezed at. Oh, this thing is a Fender Satellite that I bought because it was cool back a long time ago. It's got effects built in, and it has a sideways speaker, and you set it up right, it acts as like a surround sound. It makes the echo sound like it's coming from all around the room. Stage right tube amp, and a not so stage right. How many watts is that thing? I think it's 40 watt Marshall Hayes tube amp. You can, I don't know if you can see the glass twinkling down through the hole or not. Probably not, but anyways, it's cool. My EVH guitar I built. My purple guitar I built. My Epiphone Les Paul that I basically rebuilt. This is pretty cool. Those are Gibson branded Grovers with the keystones. My first Gibson Les Paul had that type of tuners, and I did trade it. It's the only Gibson I've ever parted with. It was an homage. We got a bone nut, Seymour Duncan Jazz and JB hot rodded set, all upgraded pots, a Switchcraft output jack, and it's a Switchcraft toggle. You can see the way the dish is recessed in, like on a Gibson. And I got my PRSs. Oh, my Charvel. That is one heck of a guitar. That Charvel San Dimas Pro Mod, an Adrian Smith, and then, as I mentioned, the Rhodes Jackson, and the Kramer V. And that's pretty much it. We got a dehumidifier for summer, a little bit of air conditioning. It's kicking on. Check that out. It works. What's the? Yeah, it's not too high. We are finally going to get a warm day today. And hey, that's my setup. Hope you guys like it, because I sure do. And oh, by the way, Studio A over here is my rehearsal and live playing studio where I do my backing tracks, and if anybody comes to jam and stuff, there's room to move. And the other studio is the cozy, make my YouTube video studio. You guys have a good one.